My love, are you okay or not? Please tell. I can see in your eyes that something is heavy on your heart, even if you've tried to hide it behind a faint smile. You don't have to carry it alone. Not when I am right here, waiting for you to lean against me. The world outside can be ruthless, and even the strongest among us are allowed to tremble sometimes. I want you to know that your silence doesn't scare me. It only makes me want to stand closer, to remind you that there is someone who will listen without judgment, who will wait until you are ready to let every word fall free. When I look back on everything we've already walked through, I see the quiet resilience that lives in you. You've stood tall when storms pressed against your shoulders, and you've done it with a kind of grace that most people never manage. But even the strongest hearts deserve gentleness. Let me be the one who offers it to you now. Whatever shadow has reached you, I don't need to understand every detail to stand beside you. I just need to know you. Trust that my arms can hold whatever threatens to break your calm. I remember the promises we whispered in quieter moments, that we would be a refuge for each other when the noise grew too loud, that home would not be a place, but a heartbeat we could always return to. This is me keeping that promise. You don't have to explain perfectly. You don't even have to speak if the words won't come. Just let me stay. Let me reach for your hand. Let me remind you that you are not drifting alone in the dark. Sometimes love isn't about solving the puzzle or finding answers right away. It's about refusing to let go of someone's hand while they search for their own light. That's what I want to give you now. Steadiness, patience, the quiet assurance that no matter what you're holding inside, I won't walk away. I have seen the way your laughter can fill a room, the way your kindness stretches beyond the limits of exhaustion. You deserve that same compassion turned gently back toward you. So take a breath, my love. Let this moment be soft, even if everything else feels sharp. I'm here, not to fix you, but to stand with you until the heaviness begins to lift. Whatever you're facing, it doesn't have to define you or us. We'll face it together, slowly, honestly, and with all the tenderness we promised when we first chose each other. I notice the way your shoulders tense when you think no one is watching, the quiet battle you're fighting just beneath the surface. It's as if the whole weight of the world has decided to settle on you, and you're trying to convince yourself you're strong enough to bear it alone. But you don't have to be a fortress for everyone all the time. Let me be the place where you can finally let the walls come down, even for a heartbeat. There are moments I catch a flicker of doubt in your eyes, and I wonder how long you've been carrying the silence that lives between us now. I imagine how exhausting it must be to guard your thoughts, to protect everyone else from the storm inside you. You deserve more than quiet endurance. You deserve to be heard, to let someone stand next to you while you speak the things that have been pressing against your ribs, desperate to be free. When I picture the two of us together, I don't see perfection or a life without trouble. I see a steady partnership built out of listening, understanding, and choosing each other even when the days get hard. I want to remind you that our bond isn't fragile glass. It's something that can withstand truth, even painful truth. If there's something breaking you from the inside, I'd rather know and hold you through it than let you fight a battle I can't see. I think about the way your laughter changes a room, how it fills even the smallest space with warmth. That light is still inside you even on the days you don't feel it. I want to stand beside you until you can see it again, until the shadows that have been clinging to you finally loosen their hold. We don't have to solve everything tonight. Sometimes just standing together is the first step toward healing. You once told me that love, for you, was about safety. The quiet assurance that no matter what happened outside, there would always be a place where you could rest. I want to be that place for you now. Even if the words feel heavy on your tongue, even if you can only manage a whisper, I'll listen. You don't owe me polished sentences or perfect explanations. You only owe yourself the freedom to let someone else see what you're carrying. I've learned that the strongest relationships aren't built in the absence of struggle. They're built in the way two people lean toward each other in the middle of it. Whatever you're holding back, I promise I won't look at you differently. I won't walk away because it's too much. I've chosen you, every complicated, beautiful part of you, even the pieces you think are too difficult to show. Remember how we used to sit awake until dawn, telling each other stories about everything and nothing? Those were the nights I felt closest to you because there were no masks, no careful pauses, just us, raw and real. I want to bring us back to that kind of honesty, where you don't have to guess if it's safe to speak. With me, it's always safe. Sometimes the hardest thing is admitting that we need someone. I've been there too, hiding behind a smile because I didn't want to seem fragile. But I learned that letting someone stand with you isn't weakness, it's strength in its purest form. I hope you'll let me be that person for you now, the one who doesn't flinch at the hard truths, who stays even when the air grows heavy. If you're afraid of being misunderstood, know that I won't rush to fill the silence with easy answers. I'll wait as long as you need. I'll give you space to breathe, to gather your courage, to let the right words form. And if the words never come, that's okay too. I'll still be here, holding a space big enough for everything you're feeling. I don't expect you to be unshakable. Life has a way of throwing storms at us, and even the strongest hearts get tired of standing alone in the wind. Let me be your shelter for a while. Let me remind you that you deserve gentleness, that you deserve to be held through the worst of it until you find your footing again. Above all, I need you to understand how much you matter, not just to me, but to the world that is better because you're in it. Whatever darkness is trying to convince you otherwise is lying. You are still the person whose smile changes everything, whose presence makes people breathe a little easier. I believe in you, in your strength, in your ability to come through this. And I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay right here, steady and patient, until you're ready to let me walk with you toward the light waiting on the other side. I think about the times you've been there for me, how you didn't hesitate to steady me when I stumbled under my own burdens. You gave me space to breathe and a voice to speak when I'd almost forgotten how. That gift changed me. It made me believe that maybe love isn't about grand gestures, but about the quiet bravery of staying, of being present when the world feels unsteady. I want to give you that same sanctuary now, to repay even a fraction of the strength you've lent me. Every heartbeat we've shared, every laugh that's spilled out between us has been a small anchor keeping us from drifting too far from each other. Don't let fear or pain steal that from us. Whatever's taken root in your thoughts, it doesn't have to bloom alone in darkness. Let me bring light into the corners you've tried to hide. I promise I won't run from the truth, no matter how complicated it may be. Sometimes I wonder if we forget that vulnerability is not weakness. It's a quiet kind of courage. Opening up doesn't make you fragile. It shows the strength it takes to trust someone else with your raw, unpolished self. That's the gift I'm asking for now, the chance to see you fully, not just the composed version you show the world. I don't need you to be invincible. I just need you to be real, because that's the person I fell in love with. If there are shadows from the past pulling at you, we can face them together. If it's the weight of expectations pressing down, we can start dismantling them piece by piece until they're no longer crushing you. And if it's something you can't name yet, that's okay too. We can sit quietly, breathe, and wait until the words find you. Whatever the shape of your struggle, I want you to know there's space for it here, with me. I see the resilience in you, even now. It's there in the way you keep moving forward, even when everything inside is begging you to pause. That strength is part of what I love about you, but you don't have to wear it like armor every second. Let me remind you that strength also lives in softness, in leaning into the arms of someone who refuses to let go, no matter how rough the tide gets. When I hold you close, I want to absorb some of the heaviness, to give you a little room to breathe again. I want to be the place where you exhale, where you stop bracing for impact and simply exist without fear. We've built something too rare to let silence or pride erode it. If you can't find words right away, then sit with me. Let our quiet be proof that you don't have to face any of this alone. Above all, I need you to believe this. You are not a burden. You are someone worth fighting for, someone whose presence makes the world richer, calmer, better. Whatever's clawing at the edges of your peace, we'll meet it together. And when the dawn comes, because it will, I'll be right here, holding your hand, ready to walk forward with you into whatever comes next. I can feel the distance that's been trying to build itself between us, like an invisible wall neither of us asked for. It isn't anger that worries me, and it isn't silence alone. It's the way you seem to disappear somewhere inside yourself. Even when you're standing right in front of me, I want to reach through that invisible barrier to remind you that you don't have to vanish to survive whatever storm is moving through you. There are layers to you that I've always loved, the boldness, the humor, the quiet depth no one else gets to see. But I also know that beneath all of that is a heart that sometimes forgets it doesn't have to carry every burden alone. You've been taught to stay composed, to protect everyone else from your pain, but that isn't what I want from you. I want the unguarded version, the one that trusts me enough to let the tears fall if they need to, the one that doesn't apologize for being human.